I'm going to show you how to make a really gentle yet effective multi-surface cleaner, which is made from all lovely natural sustainable ingredients. And you can use this pretty much anywhere in your house, on most surfaces. The only one to watch out for would be aluminium and perhaps lacquer, because one of the magic ingredients is soda crystals, or are soda crystals, and they are slightly caustic. But these are a wonderful degreaser, and they're also anti-lime scale and anti-soap scum, so they're going to do a good job there. The other magic ingredient is the Castile soap, and this is a very, very gentle but effective plant-based soap, which will just take away dirt, cut through grease. So these are the two things we're going to put in there that are going to be doing the heavy lifting. We're going to also use an essential oil blend, which is going to make this extremely nice and pleasant to use, but the oils themselves that we've chosen are antibacterial, antimicrobial too. The first ingredient we're going to use here is cooled boiled water. It still wants to be hot enough that you can dissolve the soda crystals in it. The important thing here is to make sure that we have dissolved every last little lump and bump, because otherwise what happens is you can find that it will clog up your trigger spray. So, well, it does go a bit cloudy, but you can usually see if there are any undissolved crystals. Obviously, if that does happen and you find your trigger spray ceases to work, all you have to do really is you just take it off, run some hot water through it, pump up the hot water through it, and that will unblock it, but you don't really want that faff. So then I'm just going to pour that into another container to make it easier to mix. I'm going to take my Castile soap and just pop that in. That is about a tablespoon and a half roughly. I'm just going to try and get that all out. Give it a stir. You'll see the bubbles frothing up, so just like soap or detergent, and quite a strong smell coming up off of that. Some people love this smell. Others find it a little bit too natural. I personally love to add essential oils to all my cleaning product recipes because it makes them so nice to use, and it boosts the antibacterial, antimicrobial action depending on what you choose. So that's that. But I'm going to add about 30 drops of this blend, which I've made up using lavender and niaouli. Niaouli is an interesting one. Not everybody knows about this essential oil, but it's an alternative to tea tree. It's a strong antimicrobial, and together with that lavender, it creates a good disinfectant effect. Not to be relied on to kill absolutely everything, but together they're synergistic and they work together to create that, but they also smell lovely together. But to allow them to disperse through the liquid here, I'm going to need to add something to help them do that, because essential oils just sit on top of water, they don't really mix. And here what I'm going to use is a touch of vegetable glycerin. You can get this from the chemist in small bottles, about 1/4 teaspoon for this amount of water and this amount of oils. So I've got to be a bit patient, but I'm going to put about 30 drops in. Don't put too many more. You can adjust how strong you like these things, because if you put too many in, you'll start to get streaks and smears. But essentially, once I've done 30, and I can smell the essential oils which are rising up off the hot water at the moment, and they're absolutely delicious. And there, I think that's probably enough. And I can smell the essential oils coming up. They're being wafted up by that hot water. So I'm going to want to get them into the bottle before I lose too many more. So just pour it in like that. And into and screw on my spray top. And then it is really good to label it, so you know obviously what's in it when you come back to it, but also to date it. You can either give it today's date, or I like to give it a use by date in 4 weeks, because we don't put any preservatives in our recipes at all. And because you're using tap water, even though you've actually boiled it, there will be some bacteria that will develop over time, so you don't really want that. So 4 weeks is absolutely fine, so I put that on my label. So I call this Counter Clean because it's just a nice catch-all name, and I'm going to put the date from now 4 weeks, so 25th of the 3rd, 21. Okay, let's pop that on there. There we go.
We're just going to show you our Counter Clean, which we've been making for just over 3 years now, and showing people how to make in our workshops that we've been running pre-COVID. The main ingredient in this, apart from water, is Castile soap and a tiny amount of soda crystals. It's incredibly versatile. You can use it on sinks in the bathroom. Here you can use it in the kitchen on a wooden surface. And I'll just wipe off a bit of soy sauce, some dog treats, and so I use this every morning because my cat, yes, this is how we first started, why we first decided to use it, because my cat, Toulouse, roams the kitchen at night and goes on all the surfaces. So first thing in the morning I come down and use this, and it smells wonderful because of our delicious essential oils. I've come over here to show you how it works on this granite surface I have in the kitchen. The only surfaces you can't use it on are aluminium and lacquered, but you can use it on anything else. So you just need to rub, and as I said, the smell is just heavenly. So Charlotte is now going to use it on something else in the kitchen.
Yes, it's also good not just in the kitchen. You can use it around the house on things like paintwork to get off those greasy paw marks that your family leave behind around door handles and so on. So it really is a very useful thing, and we find we get through a heck of a lot of it. There.